Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? We are officially live. We are officially live. Hey, share this live stream. Give me a like. If you can hear me okay, let me hear you comment number one. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All my listeners out there. Where my bill? There you go. All right. Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Where my real basketball heads at? Let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this, man. I missed the barbershop talk. Since COVID has socially distancing, it doesn't mean we can't socially gather on social media. So what y'all got, man? Like the stream, share the stream. We are live now. Get my bearings straight here. Let's see here. But yeah, man, we gonna talk about some basketball talk, man. What y'all think? So many good teams out now, man. So many good teams. So many good teams out there that are knocking the big giants off. So many good teams out there that are doing their thing, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me get my stuff here. All right, there we go. What y'all think, man? What's really going on with you guys? Let's get this NBA playoff talk started. Come on, share the live. We're live on YouTube. I put a link out. We're live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook right now. A lot of stuff we're gonna get into. A lot of stuff we're gonna get into. Yeah, come on in, share the stream. We live. We live. Let me step away right quick. I gotta check something. To it, man. Hey, this is the Relic Show live. I'm coming to y'all outside of the studio. Sorry, I don't have my camera on for you guys to see my handsome face, but hey, you can always. For those of you who know me, you know it is what it is. But hey, man, a lot to talk about here. These playoffs, these first round um eliminations. And a lot of teams surprisingly eliminated, as everybody has been talking about, as you heard all day today. There is a elimination of the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron has been knocked out of the first round for the first time in his playoff career. And I know everybody's feeling type of way. I'm seeing the memes going around. I'm seeing the trolling going around for the Lakers. Um, respectfully shout out to the Laker Nation. I am. I guess I just recently become a fan. I'm a LeBron fan, and I don't even know where to start. It's so much stuff to talk about, but I'm a LeBron fan, and I know a lot of people got so much critique for LeBron right now because he has been eliminated out of the playoffs in the first round. But like I said earlier, this is his first time being eliminated in the first round in his career. He is now exceptionally well respected powerful athlete. He is in the NBA currently in his 18th or 19th season. The brother is going to be 37 years old. His career is cemented, honestly, in the NBA for the rest of his life. Definite Hall of Famer, without question. Greatest of all time, that's debatable. Of course, we know that in the era he is in the LeBron era, he is. In the Kobe era, he's not. But see, the thing about it is that we've had so many great NBA players come in throughout the league and over the years. And when we talk about a greatest of all time, I think what qualifies you as a greatest of all time is you have an era in the league that people refer to. We got the Michael Jordan era, we got the Kobe era, Shaq era, LeBron James era. This is coming to the end. This is something that all of us LeBron James fans are going to have to realize, is that the run was fun, the run was good, but eventually has to come to an end. And is this the last game LeBron will play? No. Is this the last time we'll see LeBron in the playoffs? No, probably not. But I really think that this may be the last time we see LeBron in a position to carry a team by himself throughout the whole entire season, the whole entire playoffs, and a full finals NBA game series. He has been, carrying the shoulders of many teams. His first team, Cleveland, then Miami, then Cleveland again, and now the LA Lakers. And like he said and stated, that these shoulders were built to hold the weight of pressure. I believe so, but I'm not sure if necessarily his body can withhold the pressure. I'm not sure. His shoulders may be good, because the brother works out. You know what I'm saying? He takes care of his body. He does what he needs to do in order to have himself in a position to compete against many other players in the NBA league. But I think that the idea that he can carry a team by himself through an entire season, through an entire playoff series, through an entire championship, I don't think that that's possible anymore for LeBron. And he had a good run in the NBA. I'm not trying to retire him off of this season alone, because that's not going to be the case. Yeah, I think he signed at least 2-year deal with the Lakers, so maybe after next season he might consider it. But I think just LeBron by himself can't do all that. Can't carry a team throughout an entire NBA season, an entire playoff series, and an entire championship game like he could in the past. This is why he had to be teamed up with somebody in the Lakers. And the Lakers did a great job assembling the team. We can't be upset at the team that LeBron has had in totality. Now, I think that the team he had last year was the team they should have kept. Because, and this is what I think the issue is with the Lakers playoff run this year. They had a great season, but as you saw, the wear and tear of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, when they're injured, the Lakers suck. When they both were injured, the Lakers were not at all, even a team you really had to worry about to compete against. And people started to see that before the playoffs. People started to see that there was a little bit of exposure that came from the Lakers in regards to their abilities to compete against these young teams. Man, these teams are so good. And shout out to Phoenix. This isn't all of let me pause and say this. Devin Booker is a beast. Devin Booker is a beast, man. I'm telling you. He is going to be a all-star. I mean, like, this man is has showed so much promise. And you got to think about this. Phoenix last year in the bubble was undefeated in the bubble, but was not given the opportunity to compete in the playoffs last year because COVID kind of messed up the schedule. And the NBA has this system, I guess, of choosing what teams get to play. That's why you saw this year they had that little mini tournament thing they had where you can compete to play, which I think the Lakers should not have done, but they had to because their record got so bad going into the playoffs. They needed to play some of these games to actually have a good standing or position when it came to the playoffs. They should have never done that. They should have rested LeBron and AD for as much as they could. But Phoenix is a team that's going to be trouble. They are young. They compete well. They got an all-star with Devin Booker. They got another all-star with Chris Paul, who hurt, but he got treatment and came back out and competed. And so the Phoenix Suns did a great job. Shout out to Phoenix. Shout out to Devin Booker and everybody who's with them. I will they come out the West? I don't know, but they're a team that I would be afraid to go against because they're deadly and they know they can win, and they got a huge amount of confidence in Devin Booker. I was watching his post-game interview. The brother is he's ready. He's young. He's ready. So what was the issue with the Lakers? The team this year was not put together well. I'm not going to say that they didn't have a team that could have won a championship because they clearly could have. But it wasn't put together well. The team that they got this year will probably be better next year if they keep everybody, but I don't that either. But they should have never gotten the players they got. Is that LeBron's fault? No. Is that AD's fault? No. But it's the Lakers administration or organization's fault. Rob Pelinka got rid of Dwight Howard and Rajon Rondo and picked up Marc Gasol, who was trash. Let's just be honest. He didn't do nothing in the playoffs. He didn't do nothing when he got on the Lakers. How do you do that? And then they also got Montrezl Harrell, which was a good pickup. And everybody's been talking, why didn't Montrezl Harrell play? I don't know. That's a good question. But Montrezl Harrell is a competitor. He was competing with the Clippers. He showed his worth. So if you acquired him, why aren't you playing him? I think that Montrezl Harrell should have been in the mix during AD's rest. See, AD doesn't want to be a center. And when you have teams that have a small lineup like Phoenix, pretty much heavy guard play, perimeter threats, you can't always run a big team against them because they like to run and like to get out on the fast break. They like to uh, get out there and get you done away with in a hurry. So the team that the Lakers have now want to slow the game down. They want you to play at pace. Phoenix, the LA slowed the game down. They kept running, they kept shooting, cutting. Devin Booker going to the glass, Chris Paul pick and roll, and shout out to Aiden on the Phoenix team. He played good, going up against an all-star like AD for the not the first time, but in a first time in the playoff series. He played very well. He showed his worth to the team. I think they should keep him. He's got good chemistry with Devin Booker. And so you have LA with this subpar team. They traded out very, very important resources they had last year. Dwight Howard came up big last year for them in the championship game. Raja Rondo was shooting, hitting threes. And the people they chose to keep over them and chose to acquire after they left just could not replace them two. And that's the thing that damaged the Lakers early this year. And I knew when they got this trade to come in, like, why would you even do that? Why would you even put up Marc Gasol to try and replace Dwight Howard? Yeah, I don't think that was a good trade. So I think the Lakers need to look at their team management. They definitely need to look at some of their options, what they're going to do with their players next year. Rob Pelinka's got to get somebody. He's got to get somebody quick. If he doesn't come through, then the Lakers need to look at probably letting Rob Pelinka go. Should they let Frank go, the head coach, Frank Vogel? I don't know. You can't say yes absolutely right now because he did come in his first year with the Lakers. They won a championship. So it's going to be tough to just let him go based off of a first round knockout the next year when, he didn't have all of his tools that he was supposed to have. But you got to question how his relationship was with the other players. I have played basketball before and played for several teams. I've coached a little team, young team as well. Not saying that I had some illustrious basketball career, but hey, neither did Skip Bayless, but y'all listen to him. Shout out to Skip. But I think that Frank Vogel maybe was a superstar coach, not a team coach. And listen to what I'm saying here. So he could coach LeBron James and AD and KCP and Kyle Kuzma. But when it comes to the rest of the guys, he may had a problem connecting with them in the sort of way that they needed to be connected with, coached, encouraged, kind of thing. And a lot of times when you don't have a coach that can coach the entire team will slowly, surely not be ready for the moment. And I think the Lakers forcing the issue with Anthony Davis, making him come in and play irregardless of being healthy, didn't allow the other players to properly prepare, get their minds ready, because everybody knows how many minutes a player is going to get if they're going to play. Like, let's say Anthony Davis came back and he was good. He was ready to play and he played his normal set, because you got to play your normal set of minutes because, hey, it's an elimination game. You got to put everything out on the table. But what good would it have done if he played the entire game? I mean, he was obviously not good enough to continue in this series, so the Lakers were done. They were done when he was when he went out in Game 5. Because he couldn't play. He barely played Game 6. What? 9 minutes? 5 to 9 minutes in the first quarter? And he was done. So even if the Lakers had somehow pulled off the win last night, how would they have won Game 7? That was not going to happen. That was going to be impossible. And so what what do you say to that? How were you upset at uh, the team? LeBron is simply the reason why you can be upset at these things is because you got so much potential on your bench. Why not use it? I think that that decision comes from the coach. I mean, Frank Vogel can make that call. He can say, "No, AD, we're going to play you here and there, 5 minutes each quarter, and you just give us, you know, 10 points or however many you can get in those 5 to 8 minutes each quarter." And that may have been better, but of course he didn't even last his like the first minutes in the first quarter. So I don't know. The Lakers definitely got a lot to think about this offseason. LeBron ain't making no big decisions, so he good. His money's guaranteed. He gonna be back next year. He don't care. We're putting too much emotion into this more than LeBron is. Trust me. He's not really thinking about this. He's like, okay, we lost. We'll see y'all next year. I've been needing to go rest. He started talking about Space Jam in his post game. LeBron don't care, man. But the rest of the team, the Lakers, AD, y'all need to be really thinking about y'all's future and what the Lakers going to look like. So those are my reasons. I think that the Lakers lost. Their team was not a bad team, not a team that couldn't compete to win and actually win a championship, but um, it wasn't the best. Injuries, of course, you can't control that. AD needs to try and stay healthy, and they really gotta look at a lot of things. And Phoenix just played their game. They balled out, man. Shout out to Devin Booker. Shout out to Chris Paul. But all right, let's see. Let's talk about other teams that got eliminated. Shout out to Atlanta Hawks, man. Atlanta Hawks get their first playoff win in a while. What y'all think about the Atlanta Knicks series? I know it was very controversial because of the fans of New York and the spitting incident that happened to Trey Young. But the man stayed focused. Young guy, young lion. He came in there with heart, man. Not scared of the moment. Um, he talked about how he prepared his whole life to be in the playoffs and be in that moment and be on that big stage on the biggest platform of the where the best players are and show off his true skills. And I think that was a good pickup the Atlanta Hawks had with getting him. Um, the brother got game. He can take you off the dribble. Floater game is crazy. Shot is crazy. Range is crazy. And the team is has grown together. They've developed. They know their roles, and they got a group of guys that could accompany Trey Young and take them pretty far in these playoffs. So watch out for Atlanta. They are coming, and I'm excited. You know, being a Georgia boy myself, I'm excited. I'm gonna watch their next series attentively. I don't think that they'll. I don't think that they'll make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but they have the ability to. The East is fairly evenly matched up with all the teams. Anybody could win a series. You can't sleep on nobody. Can't sleep on nobody. I think they're going to play Washington next, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but I think they're going to play Washington next, which Washington eliminated this the. Let me. I don't know. Did Washington eliminate? Let me see. Y'all give me a second. You know this ain't a Sports Center. Let me look it up. Let me find out here. So yeah, I think they're gonna. If Washington hasn't beat this Philly, the winner of that between Washington and Philly, Atlanta will play next, and then of course we got the next matchup coming up, and this is my team to win the championship. I said from the beginning that of this year that Brooklyn's winning the championship, and um, especially after they done got the people they got. Shout out to their organization. I mean, making the deals happen, and this is why you make these kind of deals happen. Um, and players who have already got money, big money, don't need that much money coming in. But for them to acquire James Harden was a big move. Big move. Brothers balling out, and their chemistry is on fire. Um, they're going up against the Bucks, and so what will Giannis do? Giannis will ball. He will get his. It's going to be hard to see who's going to guard him because he's a beast, and Giannis is um, something that's going to be hard to manage for Brooklyn. But I think that Brooklyn will beat the Bucks simply because they have too many scorers. The problem with the Bucks over the past couple of years is their defense. Once teams figure out how to slow down Giannis to maybe 20 points, 25 points, if you keep them under 20 points, hey, that's a great game defensively. But if you can keep it between 20 and 25 points, you could beat the Bucks easily. Their defense is not the best, and the guards on the Knicks. I mean, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and then not to mention KD. Whew, those are three assassins that will go at your head, boy. I'm telling you, that is going to be the headache that the coaching staff of the Bucks are going to have to deal with in guarding all three of these players. Because if you put Giannis on, okay, let's look at the matchup: Giannis and KD. Giannis will have to guard KD defensively out on the perimeter. KD's not going down low with Giannis. KD's coming off screens with Giannis. KD is going to take Giannis out on the perimeter. ISO perimeter game. Crazy. And Giannis is going to have to be disciplined enough not to be in foul trouble when he is playing KD. KD is going to have to be in his bag. KD is going to have to stay healthy because on the other end, Giannis is going down low to bang with KD, and KD is not strong enough to handle Giannis on defensively. They're gonna have to throw some bodies at Giannis. But again, who guards Kyrie? I'll wait. Who guards James Harden for the Bucks? I'll wait. Who guards Joe Harris for the Brooklyn? I'll wait. See, Brooklyn has so much firepower and role players that they're going to overwhelm the Bucks. Brooklyn is, I mean, they are a 100-point team almost every game now. How can you simply say that the Bucks are just going to dominate Brooklyn. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that that's even possible because there are so many things that they're going to have to deal with consistently. Um, Switching. What are you going to do in a pick and roll? How are you going to protect the paint from the constant driving? And then they got shooters. They got shooters. Brooklyn got shooters, man. They got shooters, and then they got bodies for Giannis. And I think this is where we're going to see DeAndre Jordan come up big defensively. DeAndre Jordan is going to make Giannis have to play a perimeter game. Anytime he's going to bang down, I think between DeAndre Jordan and when DeAndre needs a break, they put in maybe Blake Griffin on him. Yeah, them boys know what they're going to do. They're going to be aware that Giannis is not going to be able to guard KD and bang with DeAndre Jordan and the other that throw at Giannis. We got for how to beat Bucks this to go through, and they will eventually slow down. So that's gonna be a big challenge for Giannis. I got Brooklyn winning that. I think it goes. I think it goes 6 games. I'm saying Brooklyn in 6. I just think that even though Giannis and them have home court, I say Brooklyn comes in and steals game 1 because Brooklyn has been on break for so long, and they're going to be a little sluggish. Whereas, I mean, not Brooklyn. Milwaukee, the Bucks be sluggish because they're on a break. Brooklyn will win game 1. They'll come back and win game 2, and then Brooklyn will win the next 2 games at home, and then they finish them off in Milwaukee in game 6. So I think that's how this is going to go. That's my prediction of that series. Let's do next. If depending on who the Atlanta gets, I say it's going to go 7 games. 15. If it's the Wizards, 7 games. If it's Philly, 7 games. Because again, these teams are competing and matching up well with all of the players they got on their team. So I think that Atlanta can go a 7-game series with the Wizards or Philly easily 7 games. And I want to go with the home team, Atlanta. I got 11 games at home in Georgia. Into NBA Finals teams will be Atlanta and whoever wins. I got Atlanta and Brooklyn for the Eastern Finals. Atlanta Hawks versus the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn wins in 5. I'll give Atlanta 1 game. But Brooklyn wins in 5, and then Brooklyn coming out of the East. In the West, the Nuggets are looking good. The Jazz are playing phenomenal. Hey, y'all remember when Shaq told I forget the guy's name. Oh, Shaq told him that he doesn't think he's an all-star, and he doesn't think he has what it takes for their team to be successful. And Shaq said he was saying all that to put fire on him. Well, that brother is lit. I can't remember his name. Oh man, y'all gotta forgive me. But yeah, Denver's looking good. Utah's playing really great. Phoenix is doing amazing. And I think the matchup next week has to be between we're waiting for the winner of the Clippers versus the Mavericks. Man, Luka Doncic is doing his thing. I think that Luka and them going to pull it out because he's feeling better. Luka had a neck injury that kind of slowed him down, but I think he will be able to pull it out and they'll be able to move in advance. So I think Phoenix will have probably the winner of that, and Utah. I think, and the Grizzlies are going to go next. We have to wait and see who the matchups are in the second round, but I got I'm going with Phoenix in the West to make it to the finals against the Utah Jazz, and I say the Phoenix Suns win the Western Conference Final this year. It's Devin Booker's year. Y'all gonna put some respect on his name. So Devin Booker and Phoenix against Brooklyn Nets. The Suns versus the Nets. Amazing game. Awesome showdown. This is what we want, NBA. Make it happen. Brooklyn wins that game in 6. It goes 6 games. Brooklyn wins. And James Harden gets his trophy finally. Blake Griffin gets his trophy. Kyrie shows he can be a leader and he can be a team player. And KD just continues to be KD. And we go into the KD era of the NBA. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the stream, share the stream. Hey, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you, whichever link you jumped in on, make sure you like and share. We're on YouTube now. Look us up on YouTube, The Relic Show Live. We are going to be live a couple of times this month. Stay tuned. I got something dropping Juneteenth, the weekend of Juneteenth. I got something dropping also at the end of the month in June. So we got 2 more shows coming for you in the month of June. So make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Facebook at Drew Price. Follow me on YouTube, The Relic Show Live. Follow me on Instagram at Nisut, NISUT _relic. And stay tuned. We'll see what it is. All right. Peace.